All right. Yes. Hi. Welcome. You made it. This is us. Yeah.
Mm, we're good.
Wow. We're a little
Yeah,
discombobulated, but that's perfect because, if we're not discombobulated, you're not watching our show. So,
it's true.
welcome to This is the Future.
Unfortunately.
Damn right. I love the wrist movement. But yeah, so if you have Zoom, they just move some shit around, like the button that says record. That's gone. But now it says AI companion. Yay! AI's on every dumbass app that's been invented. Yeehaw. And none of us know how to use it.
It's terrifying, to be honest
Isn't
with
it
you.
just Google times 10?
I don't fucking know. I've you know, seen iRobot too many times, man. It's a scary movie. iRobot, you seen that shit? Woo, we're gonna die.
Well, yeah, but before that, we're going to be real miserable. Oh my God, how the hell you been, man?
I am fine.
Yeah, you look
Yeah,
it, man. You look like you're
thank
ready to take on the town.
dude, I am so not ready for anything. Um, I'm doing okay, man. How about you? How's
Well, you asked me if I was tired when we started the show, and I'm a very open and honest person. I'm not tired. I doing remote therapy, which I've told you about. I'm on a
Mhm.
leave of absence from work, and I'm not ashamed to admit it because to me it's a smart move. Kept me employed for a few more weeks.
That's good.
In any case, listen, if you're snapping on customers before you get fired, just tap out. Just tap out. Just tap out. So yeah, I was like with therapy doing it through Zoom or whatever. And we're going through all these old memories and all this shit. And I'm starting to have a breakdown over the internet. And so like we're getting close to the end of the time, and he's just like, I'm literally like I have a tissue to my eyes. He's like, how do you feel? I'm like, oh, I guess I'm all right. He's like, great. See you next Thursday. Bye. I'm like, you motherfucker. We had 4 minutes. You're supposed to give me a virtual hug. What the fuck?
Wow.
So yeah, I
Wham,
had a few minutes to
wham,
get my shit
bam.
together
Thank
before
you,
I'm talking
man.
to you.
Wham, bam. Thank you, man. He just
I
fucking
feel like
just
I was just at a funeral, but now we're here to have happy time.
be happy, happy, happy time. This is a happy time. Happy hour. This is what we
Oh
do.
shit. I'm
Uh,
fucking telling you. Oh my god. But yeah, man, things have been cool. Actually, right before that, Jesse, Joey, and Reese were here. My little family. We went to the took them to the pumpkin patch. There's a couple pumpkin patches around here. Took them to a pumpkin patch, and they give you like the corn stalks to feed the goats.
yeah.
Poor Joey almost got his ass pulled right over the fence. The goat was
Oh
like,
no. Oh
it's
no.
hard when you're a grandparent because your job is to take pictures and
Uh-huh.
like record those memories so that you can send them, 20 years later. So it was just like I was like, wait, what happened? Like, it was like I was trying to get the picture. He's missing an arm. What? Uh,
That's not good for pictures.
but
Go
it
get your
was a really good like family time, man. Like it's weird, like having grandkids and all that shit. It was just, everyone's like, "Oh, you're young, you're a grandpa." But I'm like, "Hey, fuck the age. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm fortunate that I've got this going on right now." Um, and
Mhm.
that I like the fact that it's just the two of them with right now just the one, just the one kid, Joey, and it's nice to be able to focus on him. And we took him to the hockey game last night. Um,
Oh
I
nice.
want to tell you because of the three games I saw within 3 days 2 years ago with you and Scott and everything. The team gave me a discount coupon, so it's
Oh,
good.
for
It's good for
real?
all season. So
Yeah.
if you're friends with Tony G, you still ain't invited. Only Alex. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, we got to hook up. So I took him to a hockey game, and it totally reminds me of that movie, Semi Pro, because there's not a lot of people in the stadium, but they
Yeah.
try really hard. Like the promotional guy. It's just the guy's wearing like a cowboy hat, but it's his. He bought his own cowboy. Everyone that did anything brought their own shit. It's all do it yourself.
That's really funny. I never really thought about that, but it is a lot like that movie.
It is old ass venue. The venue is literally like the age that they used in that movie. It's all old as shit, like but I like that. And here's my favorite thing. So we're sitting up and I'm watching, they're starting the hockey game, and I look up, straight up, and there's a dude wearing the harness in the cage, and they got the spotlights, because this is old as shit. So there's 8 old spotlights up there. And this spotlight is the size of a big cannon that took down, like Jack Sparrow's shit. A big fucker. And this guy's up there, and there's one on the other side. And every time you go to a hockey game, you got to look at this now. He does the spotlight, but he does it like this. Like he's moving, it's huge, and he's just like all shoulders and back and arms. Like he's just like, woo, 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 woo. It's like way before. Like, dude, lightsabers have been invented. You can upgrade your lights. You could do the same job with a powerful flashlight on Amazon for like $19 now. You don't have to stand up there and move this fucking thing around. And that's all it can do is do figure eights. But it was just so funny. He was up there the whole time. It was just like, does he know his days are numbered? Like, when this stadium's gone, so is he. Does he know that he's not needed anymore? Poor guy.
Poor guy.
I just thought about it. I'm like, it's just like one day he'll be sitting there talking to his grandkids, or maybe he does now, and just like, you see them lights up there, Timmy? I used to work those lights. And now a robot does. I'm useless. Yeah, it was cool, man. They whooped the fucking hockey team 11-1. It was crazy. And we saw an old-fashioned fist fight, which my grandson got to watch. I'm very happy that he saw
Like
that.
they actually let him go. They actually
They dropped the gloves. Yeah, dropped the gloves. The refs backed off, and it was like pop pop. Like they got
Really?
there must have been at least 50 punches thrown.
Whoa,
It
because
was great.
usually, like every time I've been, like that's the thing there. It's because they're all young, is that they don't let them do that usually. Like
Well,
that's the thing. It's like it's not allowed. But
I think that's changing mainly because people ain't watching shit without that being involved. And that's I've noticed in the pros, I've noticed more fighting coming back where the refs are backing off a little bit. Hey
mhm.
man, you want to it's I just think there should be if people want to fight in hockey, if the players want to fight, then there should be fighting because they're the ones that have to take it in the face. That's their decision. That's it. Nice and easy. But I think the reason some of these cats, if you've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, but when we saw them play before, they were in a much smaller league.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're in, I've noticed they're in the WHL.
Oh, okay.
So I think that they've graduated into an official league with 16 to 18 teams because I saw it on the poster.
Right.
Shitload of teams. So could be either the rules have changed or they moved to this new league and those rules are different. But also, we sat right next to a scout, interestingly enough, and he was sitting there taking notes, watching players. So I don't know. I'd have to check again, but maybe they're a farm team for the NHL again, or something.
Oh,
But they let them fight, and damn,
wow.
that team
Cool.
plays their ass off. That goalie's fucking awesome, but they don't give the goalie a lot of chances for the puck to ever come near him. He's just back there, like typing up his resume. He's like, "Well, I don't do much here. I have to see what else is available." And oh, here comes one, and he blocks it. But great fucking team, man. And yeah, so if you're in Portland area and you're bored and you want to take it back to the '70s in the venue there at the
Yeah.
Veterans Memorial Coliseum,
Yeah. When I was a kid, I wrestled there.
no shit, like
Yeah.
where a bunch of mats were out and everything, and
Yeah. It
yeah,
was a whole big it was a tournament called the Classic.
yeah,
And Classic was like you were like good. Like
right.
you like won a tournament and placed in state or whatever to get to Classic or whatever. So it was
Damn.
like a big thing. There was there. I remember that there was more people in the stands than there was for hockey. For
Well, yeah, it's all friends and family. Each player brings like 5 people.
yeah.
Right, exactly. No, that's funny. That place is it's eerie in a good way.
Hmm.
Like towards the end of the night, like there's no one up high, but at the end of the night, like kids are up there. Like there's somebody like I just want to sit alone in the top of the stadium. And by the
Yeah.
third period, someone's up there just I was alone. I never needed anyone. Thinking of get his ass! Get his ass!
Get his ass.
That's how it feels just sitting up there all alone there. You're like, oh shit, something's happening.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, I dig that, man. I dig. I don't know. I'm all getting fond of like the old shit that's going away now because I grew up with it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, this shit's gonna go away. They're gonna bulldoze it, turn it into a TCBY. So whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, they right next door last night they had the Suicide Boys. So when we got off the Max, it was like, fuck. But we left before they got out of there, so we were pretty fucking stoked. Did have a Max problem though. It was unfortunately sad. We almost watched a Marine Corps veteran like get into a fight with some dude just provoking his ass. It was ridiculous. It wasn't even funny, unfortunately. It was just I told Jesse and them I was like, this happens every fucking time I'm on the Max, usually on the way home.
Yeah.
Always. Just somebody like one dude obviously had some mental health issues, and then the veteran just wasn't going to take any shit.
Right.
And I was so close to getting involved, and part of me was like, you could be the idiot who gets stabbed for trying to help.
It's true.
So I'm just going to
Very,
hope these
very
two
true.
figure it out. And they did. And I just kind of nodded my head and got the fuck off the train. I was like, this is a damn shame. And I just want to bitch real quick, real fast, that at 5 or 6 o'clock when we got on the Max, there was like 17. Okay, there was a lot of transit police. But at 10 o'clock at night, there wasn't shit. So I don't know who's doing the fucking scheduling over there. And I know that people don't like the grave shift. I got to be honest with you, for someone who's worked the grave shift, I don't give a shit. They need you on the trains at night. Get your yellow jacket wearing ass on the train at night. Thank you very much. I'll keep paying my taxes. So will he. That's it.
Well, we'll see about that. You know.
I say Alex pays his taxes in bean farts. So every time he toots a good one, that's what you're getting.
Bean farts. Yeah, I only fart when I eat beans.
Do you really?
No. I've been farting this whole time. It's
Beaners!
one long fart.
Farting this whole time.
Yeah.
So that was my last 48 hours in summary. How about you?
It's just a blur. I don't know. Nothing.
Shut up. Nothing.
Just blur. None. Yeah, I mean, Callie's sister was in town, hung out with her. She has another sister, don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was in town, so doing that for a couple of days after they got back in town. Then I just went to work. So yeah, I mean, it's just normal life. You know, nothing special happened. I can't you know, bring anything to the table with that because that's all that happened. I don't know. Life is
stop it.
Life is like that sometimes, Tony. Sometimes
we had fun.
We had fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, we had a fucking great time.
We had an old school Tony and Alex day. Yeah.
Yes, we did. That was a fucking hoot. Let's see. We could talk about that for sure. I was just thinking, do we have anything else before we talk about that?
No.
Well, we still got to review the movie too, so we can talk.
Oh well, yeah, that's down.
Well, you know what? If you don't mind, then you brought up a really good. I think Alex came through in fine style today with an unfortunate topic. You mind bringing that up?
The unfortunate topic stemmed from we went to a cheeseburger restaurant. Tony and I did. We went to In-N-Out, and there was a lot of people that were attractive. But here's the thing: this is gonna make me sound like a fucking old pervert, but it's just reality, and everyone, I'm convinced everyone thinks it in their head, just no one says it out loud because I don't want to seem like a pervert. But I feel like there should be an age limit for wearing yoga pants, because there were some people that looked young in the face but not in the butt, wearing yoga pants all over all the time in life. But at this In-N-Out, when we were there, that was happening. I was like, this. They need to put a fucking like an 18+ sign on their ass, or an 18 and under sign on their ass. So you I'm looking at that. Oh, I'm looking at that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. And by the way, 18 is too young. That's way past. Like, I think 25 is like, and that's even kind of young, but like 25 should be the limit. Like, so
So
anyway, I just think that there should be a mandatory law in life where if you are a certain age, you cannot wear yoga pants. Because I'm not a bad guy. Tony's not a bad guy, but there's a lot of bad guys out there. You're not getting us. You're not getting us, but there's a lot of people that it's fucking blood in the water, so to speak.
well, I mean, so ideas to prevent this issue. One could be, you've seen some that have like the mud flap, that like the yoga pants, but then you could pull like an extra section down over your ass.
Yeah.
So, if you're under 18, your pants come with a mud flap. Or when I was a kid, if something was bad or poisonous for you, it was a green sticker with a yuck mouth on it.
Oh yeah,
His name was
yeah,
Mr. Yuck.
yeah,
And
Mister.
we
Yeah,
could put that. If you're under 18, you have to have a big Mr. Yuck symbol where your
yeah,
ass is.
yeah,
So it's like, "Ugh,
yeah.
caca,
Exactly. I
under
like that.
18."
Yeah, dude. Like, no, no, mark of the devil, the
So
beast.
here's the problem is that people who market these pants and sell them to everyone, none of them have thought of this.
Yeah,
So
well,
are we saying that people who put these pants out there are perverts? I
maybe.
mean, how you're like, it's like, yeah, it's okay if a 12-year-old wears this shit. It's,
I'm
whatever.
not. I'm
Everything's
not.
okay until it's a problem,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any solutions.
but
Maybe we're the only people that think this is a problem. I guarantee we're not. But I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I'm just like, oh, God, why is there a
I don't.
kid? You
Yeah,
know?
I do. I'm an ass man. I like looking at butts. I don't like with the same Alex. I like Alex's point because honestly, it's a little fucking disturbing. Like you're just like, oh, and you're like, "Hmm." Like, okay, maybe women don't know what the hell we're talking about. You don't have the same issue. I don't know. I don't wear pants like that, so I don't.
Right.
Maybe it's a one-way street, but I'm just here to tell you that my goal is not to look at someone that I shouldn't be looking at, but from the backside, it's just damn sure hard to tell. So
Right.
help us out, damn it, for us
Yeah.
good ones out there. We're
Yeah.
trying to do good, Jesus. We're trying.
Yeah.
Help me.
It gets difficult. I mean, you feel like a really bad person. You're like, oh, fuck. I
Right.
didn't, I didn't mean, God damn it.
Well, even when you see some of those girls in there and they're wearing a college sweater, so you assume, oh, they're in college. It's just like, damn it, you don't even look like you're old enough to be in college. I don't want to look at you either.
Well, see, that's the thing. Some of them are like real smart asses, you know? um,
Nah,
they,
yeah,
some of them, hey, graduated, like able to graduate early, like at 16 and then go to college when they were 17. I don't
right.
know. I don't fucking know.
Nope.
Or maybe they're wearing their like older siblings college shirt, I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is it's an issue for most guys and there's no solution. And that's it.
Ta-da! All done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and agree with you there. There really isn't much of a solution, but I do think it'd be funny if everyone had a Mr. Yuck symbol on their ass under 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's my solution to the win.
I think that's a
There's not
great.
enough Mr. Yuck out there.
Yeah.
Like the whole Max trains have been attested for 100% methamphetamine. So they're putting out new trains. I don't think that's why, because they're going to be covered in meth too.
Say that again. What is
They
the
tested the Max trains in Portland and found 100% contamination of methamphetamine
you mean like
on all
all,
surfaces
really like the all the surfaces are covered in meth.
and meth.
Really?
So they're getting new trains, but I
Hmm.
don't think it has anything to do with them trying to get rid of the meth coating. So I figure on the new trains, why don't we just have the whole fucking train a Mr. Yuck sticker?
Yeah.
So because like last night, no shit, like we're sitting on the Max and Joey's on there, and I told her I was like, hey, I was like, make sure we wipe off his mitts. Don't let him put his hands in his mouth or anything like that. And that's
Mm.
exactly what we did. So yeah, Max, just call it Mr. Yuck.
Wait, we need a
his name is Max, but his real name is Mr. Max Yuck.
yeah.
Mr. Maximum Yuck.
So there's a unfortunate topic inside the unfortunate topic. So there's meth just covered like all there's just like little particles like all over the train.
I'll say it as I read it. They did a surface swab test on all Max trains, and each sample had 100% methamphetamine.
Cool. That's so cool.
I don't know how you do that. Like if you just get like a meth mop and you're like, la, 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 and just swinging it all over everything. Because how do you get meth on every? How do you do that? Like, was it just particles, like meth dust? Like,
yeah, it must be. I mean, people, doing meth on the train, dropping
right
their bag,
on their
having it on
hands,
their fingers, like
right. There ain't no damn sanitizing stations on the Max, Mister Yuck.
yeah.
Mhm. Hey, I'm just saying, seriously. Once again, let the fuckers work at night and have them out there spraying people's hands. I don't know, work something out. What the fuck? Wait, just stupid shit. Public transportation, man. Like it's cool, but it's fucking nasty. But like Jesse said last night, she's like, well, you either get this on the Max or you go back home and you got to deal with the fucking bed bugs. So, and that's an issue they're having in France on most of their public transportation: bed bugs.
Really?
Shitloads of bed bugs in Paris. So I'm not sitting here poking fucking Portland in the eye. It's just I live here and that's what's going on. But it just comes down to it. It's like, listen, we need to clean this shit. It's nasty. What the fuck? Like when the pandemic happened, they were in there spraying everything down, probably with cold water, but it looked healthy. Well, we need to get back to that. Just spray shit down
Right.
every night. This is fucking gross. Take all the fucking seats out. The hell with them all. Take them all out. Just put Velcro on the fucking floor. Just stand there and move your hips. Fucking figure it out. Can't hold nothing. You just stand there like this, like you're under arrest. Like, like you're surfing.
No, that would be pretty cool. Those like Velcro suits in the the wall. That the one that's just how the Max was. You're like, all right, I'm gonna put my Max suit on, zip it up, and you just go, all right. Hey, that's my stop. I can't get off. Somebody help! I don't want to miss my stop.
I'm gonna miss my stop. Someone wearing silk pajamas is in charge of pulling everyone off the Velcro walls, so they don't stick to you.
And you see like a big spatula, just like slam you at the door.
You could at least try to help. Come on.
Come on. Oh, it's beautiful.
Fucking whatever, man. It's gonna get to the point where you're gonna be wearing like those Tyvek suits with a mask and goggles to ride the Max, and then you're just gonna get out and like drop them in a barrel that's already got a fire in it. Just
yeah.
Thank you for riding public transportation. You have a 97% chance of being infected with meth. What the fuck? But we got to the game on time.
And then we got home and we cleaned everything.
I smoked a bowl last night, and my whole outfit went up in flames. Like,
yeah, like yeah, you just like Richard Pryor'd yourself.
I'm not even a crackhead, and I got burned up like one.
Yeah, I wonder if like after that article came out that you're talking about like a bunch of tweakers just like are on the Max just licking shit.
The snozberries taste like meth. Holy shit.
It's a great world we live in.
It really isn't.
I love it.
I'm really just kind of like, this is over, right? Like, this is over. Like the companies are not paying their employees well. The employees are stressed the fuck out. A lot of big corporations, their employees are going on strike. A lot of people are on mental health breaks. The companies are losing money. And we're all kind of secretly giggling about it. Like we're over it. What, you don't know what it's like to be poor? Hello, hi, we're down here.
Yeah, we're here.
Come on down. It's like hell. Come on. Better with people. We'll all be broke together. Asswipe. We'll live in your penthouse and we'll eat Campbell's soup. It'll be amazing. Whatever, man. Still waiting on it. Now that we know that we have neighbors, I'm just waiting for one of them to come by and pick me up. Like, come on up, man. I'm in. Zap me.
Man, that'd be cool.
It'd be cool if they zapped us. Like, just we're doing it right now. All of a sudden, we just the green light comes and we just materialize and go up into the ship. But we get to keep doing our show. All of a sudden, we go viral. These motherfuckers. This is the future. Unfortunately, they're in space.
We're just floating. We're like.
They took away my arms and gave me 8 legs.
Oh man, the wheel! It's fucking too far away.
They let you become any. They let you become any character you have in your room.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, let's just fantasize. If you could become any one toy.
Predator.
Predator? I mean, he is an alien.
Yeah. Well, I think, Terminator is obviously my favorite movie, but Predator would be really cool to be, just because you're just like this fucking, if you're, depending on what one you are, but you're like this you're this silent monster,
right?
And you're just like what you do is kill. That's it. You just kill.
So does the Terminator.
Yeah, but this is, it's different. Like, well, see, here's the thing: is the Terminator can be programmed to be a certain way.
Yes.
A predator is just a predator. Gonna kill. That's it. Predator is just gonna fucking kill, and that's all.
This sounds like a news conference after like some cop found, I think there was a horrific murder. Listen, a Terminator can be programmed.
Yeah.
A predator is just a predator, and we have one out there. Okay. We're not dealing with a Terminator. We checked.
Man, I wish I could switch, like one day from like I could be a predator and a Terminator and then an alien and then like a professional wrestler, a Ninja Turtle, Wonder Woman, Bruce Lee.
Alex, if there was ever a town you could live in where you could switch, you live in it. This is the one. You can do whatever the fuck you want here.
Yeah, you're right. But I can't.
And nobody's gonna say shit. That's the law.
But I can't be like a T-800 or anything, Can't be a Terminator.
When you're feeling slow.
I'm just looking around being like, man, I want to do that.
I finally found a question that got Alex going. He's like, oh boy.
Yeah, fuck this show. I'm just like,
I can do anything. Alex's world just opened up. Reading Rainbow.
It did. Yeah, man.
So we'll reel it back in just a little bit. So we did this whole tribute. We did what's the word I'm looking for? We channeled the Big Lebowski's energy and had a day.
Yeah, so the wheel landed on the Big Lebowski, and we decided, like Tony said, channeled energy, a tribute. We did Big Lebowski stuff. Well, what did we do?
So Alex came up with a good idea of going to the In-N-Out Burger. But if you know Oregon, I think there's 2 or 3 in the whole state. So I'm not exact. That's accurate. There's none in Portland as of this moment. So we drove an hour south to Kaiser, Oregon.
Yep.
So for all of you who are wondering why you would go to Kaiser, Oregon, now you know. There's an In-N-Out. And as soon as we get there, shit, you could see it off the interstate. We knew we were fucked.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, we'll go in. I was like, the drive-in's always a clusterfuck. We'll just go in. We had to find a parking spot. That took a few minutes. And then we were so like dumbfounded. We didn't even know if we should participate in eating there, really, because we were like, should we do this? Like,
yeah, we almost did it.
Yeah, we're like, so the whole time we're in line, because the thing is that we wanted to get a picture. Alex, we were driving away, not to ruin part of the story. We're driving away, and Alex is like, fuck, we didn't get a picture of the outside. And I was thinking about it. I know why I didn't take any pictures. I was fucking dumbfounded. I've never waited in line outside of a fucking hamburger restaurant to get a fucking hamburger. Plus, I just had a hamburger 12 hours before that. What the fuck am I thinking? Why are we standing here? We're both looking at underage ass, probably. We just didn't think. Hey, we should probably take a picture of the outside. Instead, we're thinking, are we perverts? How long is this going to take? This is moving pretty well. Oh, we're inside now. What's that other line for? Oh, those are for all the people who already ordered who still haven't heard their number being called. And when we started our number with like the number, they were at number like 70. And she's
Yeah.
like, you're number 36. And we're like, huh?
Yeah,
Gonna start over?
they're like, your number 36, here's your receipt or whatever. And then we sat down, we heard order number 78, order number 100, order one, order 5,
Yeah.
6, order 24. It's like this fucking restaurant doesn't know how to count.
You really have to listen.
They don't know how to count. No wonder there's fucking these children wearing tiny yoga pants. No one knows how to count.
No one knows what numbers mean.
Yeah. Am I the only one that gives a shit about the rules?
You should have done that. Oh my god, that would have been great. Alex just pulls his fucking loses it.
He's like, shit about the rules.
This is over the line. But yeah, and the thing was, it was like you waited so long to get the burger. By the time you had it, you're like, yeah, this is all right. You know, like she put a whole raw onion on my burger, like the whole onion. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, the food was great. It was just funny that we went through all that to go down there. I did contemplate, if you've seen the Big Lebowski, the movie, I did contemplate shooting out the front window so that we could have the full experience going home after we had In-N-Out Burger. But then I realized that's a dumb fucking idea, so I didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
But
windshields are hard to come by, Tony. You know.
yeah, they are. Especially ones that already have bird shit on them, and that's how I like my windshields.
Well, and plus, they weren't driving 180 miles an hour on the freeway.
And neither was I. Don't start this shit.
Yeah,
I heard no complaining the whole fucking time, but now that social media is involved,
No, it's because I'm used to it.
what do you? I remember the time I said, "All right," I said, "Here we go," and you're like, "Okay," and we pulled a maneuver. I let you know. I sent you a text. I wrote you a letter. I made a fucking appointment before I pulled that maneuver
While driving.
to let you know.
While driving.
While driving, yeah, you knew about it before it happened. I'm getting better. Listen, I'm not an Uber driver. You don't want to ride with me? Don't fucking ride with me. But I'm getting better. That's all I'm gonna say. It was a good maneuver too. We got off the exit, didn't we? We had to jump 4 lanes of traffic in like 2 seconds of a mile, but whatever. We did it. Sure, someone's probably in a hospital somewhere back in Kaiser, Oregon, but fuck them. They should have been paying attention. Whatever.
It's their fault.
Turn signals are there for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was behind yesterday going to the gym. I saw someone use their left turn signal to go in the right lane. And no, I was just like, and I pulled by and it was some old lady. I was just like, this is great. She has no fucking idea what's going on. I love shit like that. But anyway, so then we get back to the Portland area, and we ended up going to a toy store that was like basically a game store.
Yeah, we went there and kind of. I mean, it was cool and all, but it was mainly just a board game store.
Yeah, where you play D&D and stuff.
And then we went and got white Russians at the bar. Tony loves them a lot.
Ah,
well, he just started. He didn't stir it.
I was doing this. That's what stirring is. I did it. And what it did was it didn't do anything. That's what it didn't do.
Well, here's the thing. The White Russian is a classic drink because of the Big Lebowski, but it doesn't. It's not like it tastes good. It's not like
no. It's just weird that that's the drink that he chose to be his drink, and God only knows how many he had to drink in that fucking movie. But not for me. I did. It was a pretty potent drink though. Like for having just one drink, I caught a buzz.
Right.
And then we ended up bowling.
Yeah, we went bowling. That was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was. I honestly could see us like becoming Lebowski people.
We're Lebowski people.
Lebowskiites.
Duders.
We're urban achievers. How about that?
Oh, so these are his children?
Oh, different mothers, huh? So racially is pretty cool.
Without the necessary needs for necessary. What do
Or
you
needs
say?
for a higher education.
Philip Seymour Hoffman in that movie. Wow, so fucking funny. Or
I
great. Yeah.
think, like, honestly, like, best supporting actor is that like that he made that movie. He was the glue in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, so much funny. Nothing he said, nothing he did in that movie wasn't funny. You know,
Right.
like, even when he says to him, he's like, when she says, "I'll suck your cock for $1,000" to Lebowski, and she says, "Brant can't watch or he has to pay 100." And his laughter, he's just like,
His like
awkward and funny.
his nostrils were like he did such a good job. He did kind of like a penguin dance laugh thing.
Fucking
Oh.
great. But yeah, we bowled 3 games in an hour. Well, 2.5 games in an hour. It only cost us like $175. Really
Yeah,
good
not
deal.
bad. Not bad at all.
Fucking crazy.
And then
Um,
after bowling, we're in the car and we're I thought we were going back to Tony's apartment to watch the movie, and like we're driving the opposite way. And I look down at Tony's phone at the GPS and it says Acropolis. And I'm like, where the fuck are we going? He's like, well, we gotta eat. And I'm like, guess we're going to the strip club. They didn't do that in the movie.
well, they didn't have any money in the movie, but we did. So they would have gone there if he had more than 87 cents in his bank account.
And to be fair, like dancers are cool. I have nothing against them. They're great people. I just but I was really just there for the steak, to be honest with you.
But
And
the
then
thing is, when you pull up the Acropolis, it says steak. It says it's a steak restaurant. It
yeah,
doesn't say it doesn't. If you pull up the Acropolis, Google the Acropolis in Portland, it'll say steak restaurant.
yeah.
What it says, and then when you get there, it says steak live nudes, like, and that's exactly what it is. But the so like the I'll just give that place a review. I like that place. Um, because of the steak. If you put the steak and the entertainment together, that place is like 9 out of 10 as far as titty bars go. But you
Right.
can't take the steak or the entertainment away from each other, then the numbers go down.
Mhm.
But because you can get a pretty decent steak while some chick is like purposefully making sure that you're paying attention to her, slapping her ass, making sure you see it, even between bites. Make eye
Mhm.
contact. That's why you're there. Um, that's steak and ass. You just can't go wrong. I like steak and potatoes, but steak and ass cheeks, not bad either. I have to say this about that real quick. I was very confused by the chairs in the restaurant because if you notice, we sat at a table. We didn't want to get the meat curtains on our meat, so we don't want to mix them up. So we sat at a table, and the table has those old school like metal chairs with the plastic fabric shit on them. You know, like bowling alley chairs from the '80s. Anyway, they can bend if you're way too much or you just go crazy on them. All of the chairs that we sat in, usually a chair's like this. The back of the chair was like this,
Yeah, they were like this. Yeah,
laid like
it's
laid
I
back. So
like
we
it.
had to sit
You-
up to eat.
yeah,
But
yeah,
not
no,
all the chairs were like that.
yeah, you just set the plate like on your chest or something, and you just go like this, and you just like watch the show. It's great.
But I wonder to myself, is that from too many people just being like, whoa? Or are they doing lap dances on those chairs and bent the shit out of them? Like how many chairs just ass over tea kettle went to the ground?
I think that there was 3 chairs that are broken that place, and they've set them all next to each other. That's just,
I just felt like I was like doing an oil change. I was like,
you were watching an oil change.
whatever, man. It was fun. It was fun to be in there, like for a minute. I only want to be in a strip club like once or twice a year. Like that's it. Just to be like, yeah, this is a strip club, but the music's good. And that's the problem. Is like you go in there and it's like, especially that one, because they have a jukebox. So they go in there and then fuck the DJ. They just go in there and pick the music they want. They pick 2 or 3 songs, however. So you're like, this chick chose this music to dance to. So if I like her music, we have something in common. And that's bad. Because you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to find shit in common with a stripper. She's more interested in the fucking ones I have folded up in my pocket, not my fucking bald headed ass. Like,
Yeah,
this sucks. But
I'm just
puts the hook in me.
I'm just happy that we were only there for like 30 minutes.
Is that right? Yeah, we caught everybody's one full dance, like one full, we supported the people that were there that night.
Yeah.
And then
So
we
yeah,
left.
yeah, we were there for about 35, 20 minutes.
That's how long my ones held out. Like that's it. Because when I'm in there, I tip.
Um,
Yeah, looks like
to
you're
be honest,
freezing up
I'm
for some
having a
reason.
hard time. Having technical
You're stuck.
and
Here you are.
you're frozen. There you are.
Okay, are we back?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
know, but on my side, you're like in and out.
And you froze up on mine, but anyone who's watched this show, hey, this is the future. This is fucking high-speed internet. Don't
Yeah,
forget to
that's why
thank your
it's so
fucking cable
expensive.
provider.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why my fucking internet bill is $140.
You want it to be higher? I can get you an upgrade. The service will be worse, but shit, you'll pay more.
Hey, sign me up. Sounds like a good plan.
That's exactly been the philosophy. Fuck those people. Back to our topic. Sorry for the blurb there, but in any case, so yeah, we went to a titty bar. We were there for about 35 minutes, had steak, saw some steak, and left. And then we came back and watched the Big Lebowski together. And wouldn't you know it, I just so happen to have a shitload of Miller Lite in the fridge.
Yeah.
And it just so happens to be that if you're watching that movie, Miller Lite it must have sponsored that movie. But I love the old school plastic cups because I remember being a kid in the 80s and my mom and dad going to the bowling alley every Sunday night. They were on a league. It was one of those bowling alleys where you go in, you go up the stairs, and then you see the bowling alley, So when you walk in, you see the smoke, like the fucking cigarette smoke is just like fog, but it smells like Virginia and chemicals and death and tax exploitation. It's bad shit. In any case, so that's what it reminded me. When I see those plastic cups, it just takes me back to the 1980s. With Miller Lite. So we had a Miller Lite and watched the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
That was our day together. We did good.
No, it was good. It was a good time. Real good, nice, good mandate,
Right. So since we're tasked with talking about the movie, we had pointed a few things out that we had noticed this time around, but for the life of me, I can't remember exactly what they were.
There was a few of them, like just like certain things that I feel like either one of us didn't remember
Right.
from all the times we've watched it. That's why sometimes it's good. It's good to watch a movie that each person has seen 100 times. Watch that movie together, because
Right.
then you feel bad talking a little bit in between the movie.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So like it's like, hey, the two goons that Jackie Treehorn sent to go get the money from the dude, like there's a scene where one of them, they were both wearing these shirts at the beginning of the movie, and then towards the end when the dude goes to Jackie Treehorn's garden party, they had the same shirts on. They were swapped. They were wearing they just swapped them, but they were the same shirts.
Right. And that was a good find. It's fun stuff like that. And that's what Alex and I were talking about is like while we were watching the movie a little bit was like all the extra little shit that they did in the movie that you wouldn't appreciate unless you really like cinema. Like some of the shots that they did in the movie, like they did a lot of good blending shots where something would be happening and then the next scene it carried right over.
Yeah.
And it was just like that was like this is the masterpiece. This is the Coen brothers. Like they fucking love film. They're using cool old school tricks to do blend scenes together and all that shit. Like it's when you watch a movie 1,000 times, you start looking at other things, because the damn movie forwards and backwards. But I've appreciated all the cool shit that they did just cinematically with the movie that you really have to know what they're doing to even appreciate them. But those were neat. And still to this day, one of my favorite scenes in that movie, just old school general fucking scene, is when Lebowski walks into Maud's place, but the video artist is there and he invites him to sit down. He says, take a seat anywhere. And as soon as Lebowski puts his ass in the chair, as he's sitting down, he's like, "You want a drink?" You know, and Lebowski's like, "Sure, White Russian." And as soon as he puts his ass in the chair, the video artist Knox Harrington is like, "Balls over there."
Yeah.
It's like a fuck you, you know, like, "Have a seat. Want something to drink? Sure, bars over there. Get back up." Like, "Fuck
Yeah.
you, man." So the whole time in that scene, like, they don't really get along, but they laugh at Lebowski like fucking repetitively the whole time. Like the scene where they're all on the phones except him, and they're all like, and he's just like, "Fuck all of you." The scenes are like so fucking funny and weird, but I realized the reason this movie took me so long to understand it is that it's about just general shit that happened to general people. Like
Yeah.
it's just dumb human interactions.
Yeah.
Nothing too far fetched, but just crazy to have all in one movie. So it's just like this could totally fucking happen. These are normal scenes just in an all pushed together into a crazy film. But I don't know why. The more I watch it, the more I love it. I want to see it again.
Oh, I love that movie. It's a total classic because it's just funny. It's like when that movie came out, most people didn't like it. No one got it. And then one day everyone got it and
That's how I
realized,
feel about my jokes. It's like I tell them, and then a year later, people are like, "Dude, same thing here. Like you gotta watch it a few times, you know." And you're like, "Oh, yeah." But once you get it, like you're in. If you watch this movie a few times, it's got you. It's a
right.
cult classic. You have to force yourself to understand what's going on. But then it's like, why is every fucking scene hilarious now? Like, you just have to work your way into it. To me, like, almost every scene in there is funny as hell. Just so dark and dry. Like, no one's really telling you to laugh. It's not like that. It's like, do you think this is funny? Then laugh at it.
You
Like
laugh
the
at
opening scene, he's like, "Where's the fucking money, shithead?" He's like, "Oh man, I don't know. It's
it.
got to be down there. Let me take another look." You
Let
know,
me, yeah,
total smart ass, sarcastic. This is a smart movie. You have to be understand the sarcasm to laugh at this shit. Dry sense of humor, which I clearly didn't have when I started watching this movie for the first time, but I get it now, and I think it's fucking great, and I think it's timeless. I really think it's timeless.
I like, and we talked about Sam Elliott's role about like when he's the narrator, but like what is he? You know, is he
Yeah,
does he only interacts with the dude?
the dude.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
is he an alien? Is he a spirit? Some kind of ghost? Right?
Well, he
Like
interacts with the bartender.
that's true. He does do that.
So we're trying to figure out, is he like some sort of like spiritual storyteller? Like,
Right.
is this supposed to be coming from this? If he's is he Jesus, like so to speak, but not, like did he come down to like give dude some guidance because he was going through a hard time in his life? Or it's just literally some cowboy that's from Texas that happened to hear dude's story while he was out in LA?
Right. Like is he just like reading a book to like somebody and like this is just the story being interact that came to life. Like really the story it's not really like the movie's not really about the dude Walter Donnie and all that and the whole thing. It's really just about some cowboy telling a story.
Right. I'm telling you about a stupid story I heard or I
Yep.
saw. Like that's the Big Lebowski. Yeah, cowboys telling us a story about a dude who doesn't have anything in common with cowboys.
Yeah.
Just random. But if you know the Cohen brothers, like look at all their other movies. Look at the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. That's a movie of a series of movies, and they're all narrated differently. And the thing is like they don't explain their work, or at least not in the movie. They're not going to tell you this is
Yeah.
what we've done. So it's just like this is art. Figure it out, interpret it, do whatever you want with it. And I like that. It's like cool as long as I enjoy the movie too. If I have a few lingering questions, nothing wrong with that. Beats thinking about other shit I don't want to think about. I'd rather think about Big Lebowski than fucking work. So thanks. Are you listening to me? No, I was just wondering about Sam Elliott's role in the Big Lebowski. Anyway, let's talk about your stupid fucking phone bill.
Yeah. Dude, a hell of a mustache. Tell you what.
Fuck yeah. Do you have to
Yeah.
use so many dang cuss words?
What
Fuck you talking about?
are we talking about? Fine, have it your way, dude.
That's why that's why is he Jesus? Like, why does he care about cussing? Like, it's just, I don't know.
And I like it, like in that scene, Samuel like gets up and kind of like kind of almost in his face a little bit.
Right.
Have it your way, dude. And he walks away. He starts walking this way, and then he just turns around and starts walking the other way. It's like his stagehand on set was like, "No, other way, other way, other way, other way." And then he just like, okay, and he just walked the other way, and they just kept it because
Right, but if it isn't, then what's the significance? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like that. This movie gives me a lot of questions. Obviously, it's to the point. It's like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did they do it this way? It's like, shut the fuck up and watch the movie. Like, okay.
yeah,
You've seen it too many times. You're asking too many questions. But it does seem like he who knows? I think some of that stuff is so fun when they're like, this is what really happened. This is why we kept this.
right,
But and I just want to point out the music in the movie. Very eclectic soundtrack all over the place. I played it one morning in my house and cranked it up, and I know it just fucked the neighbors up because we went from Bob Dylan to Creedence to fucking opera to country to it was all over the place. It is a soundtrack that is an acquired taste. Like you listen to it enough times, it's really cool, in my opinion. But they play "The Man in Me" by Bob Dylan. That's the intro song. They play that twice in the movie, and I pointed that out to Alex that that's not every time that you see one. There's many songs on the soundtrack. There's many songs in this movie. Clearly, they like good music, but they use that particular song twice as if to exemplify the dude, as if this is the dude's theme song. Like, because when he trips out and later on in the movie, he has that whole wild ass dream after he got drugged. That song is playing while he's tripping out and imagining the bowling scene and all that. So that was unique. It's not every day that you see them reuse a song verbatim later on in the movie for a good extra 2 minutes. So
right.
it's neat stuff. Yeah, daring, if you will. I mean, it's just like that's not common. It's like we're not going to use your song once. We're going to use it twice. Like, really?
Yeah.
Cool. It's bold. It's like, this is what we're doing. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. I like that. Yeah. A lot of respect for the Coen brothers and other movies that they've done. They're all kind of weird to me. And I think that's exactly what they're going for.
Yeah.
They like to leave you with a question mark.
And like, yeah, it's just a great movie. There's a lot of good jokes in there. There's a lot of good, like, just dry ass jokes that are just funny, and like, and I think they blow by some people, but they're just like, there's just some really good ones in there. Like, how they're like saying Chinaman, and then like that's not the preferred nomenclature. It's Asian American, and then that scene happens in the bowling alley, and then like it goes into the dude going to the real Jeffrey Lebowski's house,
Right.
and everything, and then he's talking about like some Chinaman in Korea took my legs from me.
There's a lot of references to China.
Yeah, and no, it's just a really funny, like, dry joke, like some Chinaman from China in Korea.
Some Chinaman took them away from me in Korea.
Yeah.
But I went out and achieved anyway. So basically, he's like, you're totally full of shit. You didn't lose your legs in war. Like,
yeah. And you're just making a general assumption that all Asians are Chinese, like, and then there's the joke that the sheriff or whatever that makes no, when the dude is in the office getting questioned by the sheriff, he's just like Jackie Treehorn treats
objects like women.
Like women. Yeah, it's supposed to be the other way around. Women look on the and I always just thought that was like one of the funniest jokes in the movie.
My favorite joke in the movie is it's always when they're watching log jamming and he's over to fix the cable. And she says, "You can imagine where it goes from here. And he says, "He fixes the cable."
Yeah.
and then she says, "All right, Jeffrey," as if to say like she's not going to laugh at that, but just
fixes the cable.
It's like he's not dumb. he's not a dumb guy or anything. He just doesn't really give a shit. You know, he doesn't really want to care about anything. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
He doesn't take any shit. He just sticks up for himself in a very cavalier way. You know, it's just like and everything. What's funny about it is like right in the beginning of the movie, he sees, Bush Senior or whatever the fuck talking about the aggression will not stand, and he's just taking something he saw on the news in the grocery store and applies it to his conversations throughout the movie. This
Yeah.
aggression will not stand, man. Your wife owes money all over town.
My wife.
It's not the issue. And so I love how then when he walks out of that when he's like trying to get his carpet back, and Jeffrey about the regular the real Lebowski, not the Big Lebowski, whatever, tells him he's screw you. He walks out and tells Brant, the Big Lebowski tells Brant, and Brant's like, how'd the meeting go? He's like, great. Old man told me to take any rug in the house. Like, it's an ultimate set of balls and fuck you to just be like, fine, I can't reason with you, but I'm still gonna get what I came for.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, he didn't even care about it until Walter brought it up. Until
Yeah.
Walter's like, hey man, you don't have to put up with this shit. And he's like, what do you mean? It's just piss on my rug. He's just like, no, 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 no. Walter gets him all fired up, and the next thing you know, the dude's taking it seriously.
Yeah.
To the point if he let him roll up a fucking carpet in his house and walk out with it. And he let the help carry it.
Right.
Cool as a cucumber. Wearing jellies in a bowling shirt. Fucking hilarious. But it was fun watching that movie with you, man. That was a good time, and I'm hope that those of you who watched this episode watched the movie, or at least know what the fuck we're talking about. It would be helpful.
I think people that if you haven't seen The Big Lebowski, you're probably not watching this. I just think that just would go hand in hand, in a lot of ways. Like if you've never seen The Big Lebowski, you've probably never seen this. I'm just
right. So we don't have to worry about you.
I 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah, of course. 10 out of 10. Love this movie. I'll continue to watch it for as many times as I've already seen it. So to me, that's a 10.
Yep.
So if y'all had a favorite scene or want to throw something in the comments, I can see that y'all love to comment. So please continue doing so. Sarcasm. Yeah, but if you have anything like a favorite scene or any of that shit, throw it in there. If you'd like to talk about it, see what y'all liked about the movie. But speaking of music and all that fun shit, we do have a few things left on the wheel.
There's just let's see here. Let me get it. There's just a couple things left, actually, right?
Right.
We got
a whole lot of open spaces, and then if it lands on Alex or I's name letter, then we will just pick one like we did last week or last show. We'll pick what's left. So the numbers, I'll just say 3 and 7 are Alex and Tony, obviously. So Alex and Tony, if it lands on us, then we will pick one of these 3 that's left. And the 3 numbers that still have music on them are number 4, Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace. Number 6 with Madonna and True Blood. Number 9 with Oliver and the Assassination of Julius Caesar.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna let her rip. You.
Oh, damn it. I had to pick last week.
Yeah.
Can I pick spin again?
Sure.
All right. That's what I pick. Oh, fuck! Keep going.
Me.
Ah!
I'll just go 4. I don't remember what it is. I'm just gonna pick 4.
Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace. This is a live album by Aretha Franklin. I highly recommend that you listen to it. Awesome record. If you want to hear her vocal skills, check it out.
Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace. That is a live album. It is phenomenal.
Cool. We
That's
did it. We conquered. If you'd like to, well, we doing any suggestions? We're not really doing suggestions, are we?
suggestions.
For the wheel. For the wheel.
Well, hey, listen, we'll get a jump start. If anyone has any suggestions for the wheel once we put new shit on the wheel, go ahead and start thinking about those now.
Yeah, that's yeah. Go ahead and when you figure those out, you could obviously go to the Instagram page, Titfu69, and direct message us any suggestions that you want to be on the wheel when we get through the other two. Or the most popular way would be go to YouTube on our channel, the most recent episode, and leave your suggestions for a full album and the band and or movie in the comment section of the most recent episode. So that being said, thanks for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.
Couldn't say it any better myself. See y'all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.